Hey, how you doing? I was out riding the other weekend. Bike left me sit. Turns out I need a new fuel pump. So I ordered a new one, and I got one from Quantum Fuel Systems. So it comes with this new fuel filter. You got your new pump right there. Got a new hose, 2 clamps, and what looks like a rubber boot. And this almost looks like petcock, but this is not the right one for my bike. So I have a 99 Road King, and I have taken the dash off right here. I've taken the cover off the tank, and I pulled this wire back to keep it out of my way. You can see, it's kind of hard to see there. Let's get some light on it. Right there is the fuel pump. I'm sorry, fuel filter. And on this side is the fuel pump. And right there's the float. Now we are going to try and unbolt and lift that out of there. Okay, so I took the nut, lock washer, and flat washer off of there very carefully to make sure you don't drop them down in the gas tank. Now, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Kind of lift up, twist, and pull up, out, like so. And I'm trying very carefully not to scratch my paint because this bike was repainted in 2019. It used to be burgundy. You can see I painted it orange, and I powder coated about 27 pieces of chrome black. Anyway, so I want to make sure I don't mark up the tank. So we got that out. So like I said, this is a 99, and from the looks of these clamps, they're factory, and this is the first time this pump has ever been changed. So I'm gonna get a tool and remove them clamps, and then we'll be back. Okay, we got the old filter off. We got the new filter on. We got new hose clamps on there. So the old hose clamps, I just used a pair of dikes. Just kind of got in, let's see here. I kind of just stuck one end in there and then just rolled the pliers and spread that apart. And I rolled both of them off. I gently pulled the hoses off, and then I kind of tilted the filter up like this to let the gas run out. And we got the new hoses in, or on. Notice how this one actually is labeled filter out. So we got new hoses on, new clamps. Now I'm gonna just kind of roll this down back in there. Stick her back on here. Like so. Just like that. Okay, we are gonna put the washers and nut back on there and tighten it. Unfortunately, I need both hands for that, so I'll be back after I complete that. Okay, I got the fuel pump out. Here is the old one. It's got a screen on the bottom there. 2 wire connections, hose connection. Here is the new one. So it comes with This is a new rubber boot here, the black one on the bottom, and then this gray one I took off the top of the old. And then you got a new screen. Now, as you can see, this screen does not stick out past there, but this one does, so I'm hoping that won't be an issue. So now what we do, this is a case that snaps over top of it. You can see your clips here. There's two there, and 1, 2 there. So that snaps over top, and then this whole thing goes down in. So I'm going to snap this together, and then I'll show you how I fish the new pump down in there. All right, we got the new pump in there. Got the hose down, new clamp on. It's going to be hard to see without proper light, but see if I can do this. It's kind of hard to see down in there. Here, let's redo my light here, see if we can get some better angle so you guys can see this. All right, there you can see that black thing, that's the float. So now we are going to try to fish that down into there. But first, I got to connect the wire that I taped fast here so it didn't fall in the tank. And then we have to connect that wire to the top of the pump. So, let's see if I can do that one-handed. So, this yellow wire goes right here. Oh, look at that, I did it one-handed. Imagine that. So now we're going to pull off our tape. Get the wire disconnected from it. Bring this up over and down onto this connection right here. Let's see if I can do this. All right, fellas, I'm going to have to stop for a second. I need 2 hands. So for this outer casing here, this white outer casing, you see that hole right there, and then this hole right here. There are 2 posts that stick straight up from the bottom of the gas tank that you have to slide that casing down over them 2 posts. And then it goes into like there's some metal tabs on the bottom that the whole thing kind of goes down into. So I'm going to fish that down in there and get that lined up and set down to where it's supposed to be. And I'll be back as soon as I get that done. All right, I got her down in there. Trying to see if we can, yeah, there's the new pump. You can see the holes in that white plastic case that it's inside. It's kind of hard to see the 2 studs that come up through there to hold it in place. The let's see here. You can see the white filter that snaps on the bottom of the pump there. Okay. All right, so we're down in there. So now we are going to put the console back on. First, we got to put that cover on, which is laying right there on the table. We got a new gasket. And this wire right here connects to that tab right there before you put it on. So we're going to do that now, and we'll be back after I get that on. Okay, I have all the screws in the cover plate there except one, which is right there. I'm going to show you if I can get this here. See that little plastic thing on the screw? Right there. So that kind of snaps in to the hole in this galvanized cover. And then what I've done is I've threaded it into that plastic through the gasket. You see that? Screws are just flush with that cork gasket. That actually holds it in place. And then get her lined up on here, and then I'm gonna run all them screws in tight. All right, our cover is on. All these screws are tight. So now we take this wire right here, and that comes up, and it snaps under here, like so. And then it also snaps under there. We'll connect it first. It connects right here, like so. And then we're going to tuck it in. Whoops, pulled that whole thing up. Looks like the glue that holds that down is no longer holding. Okay, let's all right, I need 2 hands for this too. I'll be right. All right, we're back. I got that tucked under there. This wire is connected. All right, so there's a vent hose here, and I kind of just tucked. This comes straight up under the seat, over like this, and right onto here, like so. And then that is just covered up by the center console, which I have laying here already. I'm gonna flip that up, put that on. So there's a stud that goes in here. Right there she is. That slides right in there like so. And then the other screw is right here. And that bottom screw for the console is this. Screw goes through the center of that. And then once you get that tight, this little guy snaps in on top of it and covers the screw head up. All right, so I'm gonna get that center console on, and then I'll show you guys the first startup with this new fuel pump. All right, new console is on. See the. All right, new console is on. See the. This is a nut that goes on top stud. All right, we're going to prime it for a 3rd time. I'm going to do that a couple times. All right, let's try her again. All right, maybe I need to prime it a few more times. All right, I'll be back shortly. Okay, I found out the problem. So this wire right here is the one that goes up and connects to that cover, which then powers the fuel pump. I found that this here is an inline fuse, and it was this connection was not pushed together. And I squeezed it and I heard it snap together. And after that, when I turned the ignition on, you could really hear the fuel pump prime. Yeah, we weren't hearing that before, so that was my problem. So here we go. fixed. Thanks for watching.